Hey, this is Individual Perspective Podcast. I'm your host, Daris D. McKinney, and we're TikToking. So let's go see what's up on TikTok.
Okay, two profiles, accepted or rejected. First one, 38, male, data scientist based in the US. He's average looking in my opinion, but overall I would say slightly below average because he's 5'8" and also has thinning hair. In his note to Baji section, he wrote this: I'm going to be very direct with you because I think that is a style you appreciate. I'm looking for a beautiful girl. I don't want anything else. Just someone who is naturally beautiful. To give an example, I think Emma Watson type of beauty where she doesn't wear a lot of makeup and is pretty and elegant. To be clear, I'm not saying I need her to look like Emma Watson. He put that in like asterisk. I'm okay with someone with a bachelor's with any job, and I would prefer someone in their late 20s or early 30s at the oldest. But I'm open if she meets everything else. I really would prefer someone from the US, Canada, or even other Western countries, but if it's someone exceptional from back home, I will consider her. Since this is my only requirement, I'm not willing to compromise, and I would rather not get married in that case. First of all, why does that last part sound like a threat to me? I'd rather not get married. Say that to your mom. That's fine if you don't get married. I don't think everyone has to get married. And as I'm going,
Yeah, look, she's kind of upset that he's kind of stating his preferences. Men can state their preference. I tell you this to women: all women should be watching Bridgerton on Netflix because the free spirited and personality that women have had for the last 40, 50 years, it's all in that, but the structure of what's supposed to go down between men and women is just rudely there. It's just there. It's unavoidable. It's very black and white. It's just the way it is. You gotta be courted, okay? And we're not courting used product. Okay, we're men are not doing it. He says he's a data scientist, and he has a standard that he wants a woman to actually have a bachelor's degree. So he's really like having a standard to how he wants a woman to be, and he's going to be the leader of that union. Okay, but at the same time, for some reason, that's what he asked for. So he's kind of told him, she's kind of looking at it like, you can't have all these standards if your hair is thinning and you're 5'8" and you're not really like a 6 foot tall or stealthy looking gladiator Viking looking man or some stuff. But for him, I can't have the standards because I'm enjoying life. I'm enjoying sex. Interacting with women enough to know what my place is in the market. If he's a data scientist, he's ranging from 120. If you're working 5 to 10 years, a data scientist, you're making about a couple $100,000. So he get his picking of the litter. He's like 15% of the population of America. 15%. Okay. So she's kind of telling what his standards, he got a lot of nerve to be how he is. Men, we're not looking for women like as if we don't know how to be around women or get sex or anything like that. We're looking for women to have the standards of what we want, and it's certain guidelines and certain markers that if they start off with this, that's why he said he want a natural looking beautiful girl like Emma Watson. She don't have to look like Emma Watson, but his point of saying it is she's not putting a lot of glamour makeup on. She's not doing a lot of Botox. She's not so shallow of the grandeur of magazine and social media appearance and her physicality, where she's messing with her cheekbones, she's messing with her eyes and her lips and stuff like that, and surgery and stuff. She don't carry herself in a flumptuous way that is just very porn. Okay, so he said he wants a natural girl that's got natural beauty, and she carries herself understanding that she has natural beauty. That way she won't go so far off the scale of trying to appease the visual stimulation of the public and media and stuff like that. That's why he's setting those markers to saying how she needs to be, because if she's not trying to accentuate her beauty in plastic surgery or liposuction or whatever craziness or fillers and all that stuff, then she'll automatically be, most likely she's comfortable with her natural appeal, her natural look. So that's what his markers are. That's why he's setting those markers like that. So he's kind of almost canceling out certain things that are going to be a major issue with him as years grow and the relationship grow. You get what I'm saying? So he literally want a beautiful woman that he likes looking at, that he's wants to desire, and he always want to worship and not worship, but adore. And then, he wants to be able to grow old with her, at the same time understanding that where they came from and what time and how much you got to respect time and everything like that. It's a more honest human factor that he's putting out there, which men are like that. We're very basic. We don't want all the crazy stuff. You get what I'm saying? Most of the money and economic growth that a man makes, he gives it to the woman to do what she wants to do with it, because it makes no difference to us. We may use our money for clout and getting into certain rooms and everything like that. Excuse me. But that's what he's standing for, and she's got her opinion on it, and most women do. So let me look at what she got to say, and then, we'll get back to it.
Going through these profiles, it's slowly becoming a pet peeve of mine when someone talks about wanting something that's way out of their league, but justifies it by saying that's the only thing that they want. And
by him being a data scientist, he's already establishing, and I'm telling you, just in case you don't know this, he's already setting that he's already above the average. He's making $120,000 to $200,000. He's already above the average in men in the world. I mean, women got to understand, men that are making six figures or more is like 15% of the population. It's not 30. It's not 40. It's not 50. It's 15% of the population. Men are making like $500,000 a year. That goes down to like 5%. And then the people that are making $1 million and more a year, that's literally in the 1%. That's how that works. 1 to 3% if you stretch it out of some lucky new money social media bullshit. 1 to 3% if you're making $1 million and up, okay? But $500,000, you're about 5% of the population. And by him being a person that's making $100,000 to $200,000, he's 15% of the population. He gets the picking of what he wants, and his standards is. You get what I'm saying? Even if his hair is thinning, even if if he's just an average looking guy, he's 5'8", you get the cream of the crop. So your pet peeve is crazy. And aren't you married? It's not like a wedding band on your finger. Why are you doing? You call it level up 1%. So your thing is called level up 1%. So you're a 1%er. You got the luxuries and stuff. You kind of know, being around these people, how much they're sought after. How much men that economically could be in the 1% are highly sought after. They're highly sought after. There's only 1% of the 1%, meaning 99% of women have the option of this man. So most women that are available have the option of the 1% of men that are 1%ers. 99% of the women that are available, 15% of the men have the options of those 99% of the women if they make 100 to 200 and more, $500,000 a year. Then if we go to $500,000, 3% of the men that are economically, see, all a man has to be is economically powerful. He don't have to be the greatest looking. He don't have to have everything to the T. He could have thinning hair. He could be a little bit overweight. He could be 5'8", 5'7", and that's the average height of a man. You get what I'm saying? He could be that average and still dominate. And yes, if he keeps moving around, he keeps doing his thing, he don't even have to source out women. Don't even look for them. They'll come to you and they will worship you just because you got your shit straight. And you don't have to give the money to them. Okay? You don't have to. That's how the real world is. Okay, that's how the real world is. Okay, but TikTok, you have a lot of women that's on here and they kind of tell their point of view on stuff, but it's not the real world. Okay, so I'm just gonna stop with this and let this be my TikTok. Okay, that'd be it. Check you guys out. See you on the next one.